History bears testament to those who have led a nation. From the early kings that united warring tribes to create some semblance of a nation, to those that have caught the spirit and essence of their people and turned it into the ingredients to forge empires, we have seen those who have risen to lead. Kings, queens, emperors, revolutionaries, generals, presidents and prime ministers. Each has sought to harness the power of a nation and with it govern it. Some seek stability, others glory and conquest, and others wish to make the nation great again. From Julius Caesar to Margaret Thatcher, from Cleopatra to JFK, from Queen Elizabeth to Winston Churchill, and from Wu Zetian to Barack Obama, we have witnessed leaders rise and fall. The great and the greedy, the peaceful and the pugilists, the builders and the bringers of destruction. The world has witnessed many leaders, but what if your favorite YouTubers found themselves installed as a leader of a nation, be it an existing one or a virgin nation state? How would they lead? What would change? What would remain? What would their key policies be? What would be the national anthem? Who would form their cabinet? How would they rule? Well, you are about to find out in HG Tudor's exciting new series, If I Ruled My World, where YouTubers hold the reins of power and you decide if you want them as your leader. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. I have a new series, If I Ruled My World, which is where various people are invited to explain what they would do in relation to running their own country. They can choose an existing one. For instance, they could choose the United States, the United Kingdom, South Africa, Russia. It might be that they might select the country that they are from. They fancy making some changes to that country. Or they could create a fictional one. The idea is that it enables you to understand more about certain YouTubers that you may regularly listen to. It may also give you insight into certain political philosophies that you will find interesting. In other instances, it will make you laugh and entertain you as some of the more light-hearted suggestions come to the fore. There are no wrong answers in this series, and as I talk to the individuals about their choices, it's not to prove that their policy is one which is doomed to failure or is morally reprehensible, but rather to understand the thought process behind why they've made the selections that they do. Some of the individuals, their selections will resonate with you. Indeed, they may be policies that you can really get behind and you'd endorse. In other instances, they don't find favour with you. And you're encouraged to interact by providing your comments by way of reaction to what the YouTubers suggest, but also you can cast your vote in the community section to determine, yes, I'd absolutely like to live there, or, well, I would, but I've got some reservations, or on balance I'd live there, but there has to be some significant changes, or it's not for me, I'm going to move elsewhere, or no, I don't like it at all, and in fact I'd want to bring this government down. Do ensure that you interact. It makes the occasion more fruitful, more engaging. So far, you will have been able to hear what has been suggested by Jen from Real Housewife Real Caps, and also in relation to Steph, the alter nerd. They had entirely differing approaches, which is to be expected, and has prompted interesting reactions from those who've watched those particular videos. But there are plenty more that are in the pipeline. Already, this Saturday's leader has been interviewed, and that's lined up. And shortly, there'll be a further episode available on Sunday. So you're not going to go without your fix of If I Ruled My World. In addition, there are other individuals. I've got a fairly busy timetable of interviews in relation to this. So individuals that you've heard from before will be sharing their thoughts on the world that they've crafted with some new additions. It's also designed to enable you to consider what personality type are you listening to. Are you listening to somebody who's empathic? Are they a normal? Might they be narcissistic but not a narcissist? Perhaps even you're hearing from a narcissist. Are their answers representative of that? Are they telling you what they truly believe, or do you think they're just telling you what the audience would want to hear? It's not just about listening to the choices, but it's about being informed and entertained as you engage my work. That's the whole point of this channel, to inform you, to educate you, and to entertain you. Accordingly, if you have not accessed this series so far, I'd very much encourage you to do so. You'll find it hugely rewarding of itself and entertaining in relation to hearing the views of individuals that you will often listen to. In addition, I'm inviting you to put forward your suggestions for YouTubers you would like to hear from in relation to if they ruled their world. Who do you want to answer the questions that have been advanced? Who do you want to hear from? Whose world would you like to learn more about? Provide me in the comments section with who you'd like to hear from. Remember, it's not just those that have spoken about this one's wife. We want a range of individuals. So if there's somebody that you listen to you think would make an ideal candidate for sharing their worldview in the creation of a nation, then let's hear from you and provide that information to me. As ever, your engagement is hugely important for ensuring that people understand about narcissism and psychopathy. And this is another vehicle for ensuring that information is provided to the world at large. Your involvement, your liking of the videos, and your sharing of them is axiomatic, ensuring this channel thrives and more people gain understanding. Accordingly, thank you in advance for your engagement and sharing of this information. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.